I usually talk about these ideas from the farm, but the lessons from nature aren't all tied to one place. Nature teaches wherever you meet it, and a couple of times a year I need to come here to the sea to get my ocean fix, even in winter, especially in winter. One of the most extraordinary things about this place is something we rarely stop to think about. The moon controls the tides. Every day, silently, reliably, without effort, a body floating in space pulls the ocean back and forth across the planet. And because of that movement, the beach is renewed again and again. Look at the sand. Footprints disappear. Debris is shifted. What's stale is carried away and what belongs is left behind. The beach doesn't hold on to yesterday, not because it's disciplined, not because it's trying to improve, but because the tide arrives. We often think renewal has to be dramatic, a break, a decision, a big life change. We tell ourselves we'll reset once we've fixed things, once we've worked something out, once we've earned it. But the tide shows us something quieter. Renewal doesn't require effort, it requires permission. Permission to let something arrive, permission to let something move through, permission to stop gripping yesterday quite so tightly. The beach doesn't decide to be renewed, it doesn't plan it, it doesn't optimise it, it doesn't feel guilty when it doesn't happen fast enough. It simply participates in a rhythm. And we are rhythmic creatures too, even though modern life does its best to make us forget that. Our breath is a tide, sleep is a tide, energy comes in, energy goes out. But when we lose contact with rhythm, everything starts to feel like effort. We start trying to hold things that were never meant to be held. Moods, mistakes, old versions of ourselves. We replay, we rehearse, we drag yesterday into today. The beach doesn't do that, and it's not because it's wiser than us, it's because it allows movement. Sitting here, you realise something important. Nothing here is rushing and nothing is stuck. The tide doesn't hurry and it doesn't get trapped. It arrives when it arrives and it leaves when it leaves. And the shoreline is shaped by that honesty. I think that's something many of us are quietly missing. Not motivation, not discipline, not answers, but regular, reliable, renewable, small resets, daily returns, and the kind that doesn't demand explanation. You don't need to come to the sea for this, and you don't need a farm either. You don't need land, you don't need a retreat. You don't need to change your life overnight. You just need something that allows rhythm back in. A walk, a task, a pause, a breath. Something that lets yesterday loosen its grip. Because the beach doesn't carry every footprint, neither should you. Some things are allowed to be washed away. Not necessarily forgotten, not denied, just returned to the tide. And maybe renewal isn't something that we achieve at all. Maybe it's something that happens when we stop standing in the way of it.